Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Super Mega Lucky Box. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. You're about to see my Allegro 1-minute overview and final thoughts. This is designed to see if this game warrants more of your time. If it does, just keep watching because then you'll see my full intro overview and final thoughts. However, if you don't want to be spoiled anything and you want to skip right to the full review, use the time index below in YouTube. Super Mega Lucky Box is a simultaneously played flip and write game for 1 to 6 players, where players are going to be marking off numbers and trying to complete cards. The faster they do it, the more points they'll get. But completing rows and columns also give you bonuses like crossing off numbers on other cards of yours, or even getting lightning bolts, allowing you to manipulate numbers in the future. And sometimes you're setting up huge combos like a 9 finishes this column, gets me a 1. Which, I cross this off, gets me any number, which gets me this, which gets me a moon, and if I have the most of these at the end of the game, I'll get an additional 6 points. Or maybe you spend a lightning bolt to change that 2 into a 1, getting you another bonus of 7, allowing you to now complete another row of 5 and continuing the fun. You get new cards each round, but you're trying to complete them as fast as possible, as well as getting as many stars as possible in a round, and trying to have the most moons for 6 most points. Whoever has the most is the winner. Super Mega Lucky Box has a retro sort of Price is Right old school look that I really like. It's basically gamer bingo, which means it's very approachable and easy to teach. Both gamer enthusiasts and non-gamers love this game. You're trying to finish cards as quickly as possible, but trying to combo multiple bonuses as one turn. I do this to get this, to get this, to get this. It's fun. Setting up to possibly finish a longer term strategy of getting 3 stars in one round for 9 points. Selecting new cards each round gives you some interesting decisions as to what card you want for bonuses or what else. The dry erase cards work really well, and the simultaneous play makes everything move smoothly regardless of player count. In the end, the name's a little weird, but the game is fantastic, and it's definitely staying in my collection, so it is getting a Saxophone Serenade. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Everyone's played or heard of bingo, right? Well, today we're going to look at a game that takes sort of the bingo mechanism and puts it for families and gamers in a very attractive product. Today we're talking about Super Mega Lucky Box from Phil Walker-Harding's the designer, one of my favorite designers, and Gamewright. Let's take a look. I'll show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. In Super Mega Lucky Box, you're trying to complete cards because the earlier you get it done, the more points you'll get. So if a 2 comes up, we can cross this off and complete a card which is going to be 15 points in the first round. But every time you complete a row and or a column, you're also going to get bonuses, like being able to cross off a 7 on another card, or even getting a lightning bolt helping you manipulate numbers on future turns. Now each player actually starts with 3 blank cards, and there's a deck of cards that get shuffled, and only 8 of them are used each round. The game's played over 4 rounds. Now these numbers range from 1 to 9. There's 2 of each number in the deck, but since you're only using half the deck each round, each number could show up 0 times, 1 time, or 2 times. You're just not quite sure. So when a card is flipped, this is done simultaneously. All players, even up to 6 players, will be able to cross off any 4 that they want. So do I want to take this one, or do I want to take this one? This one maybe because I'm getting closer to maybe getting it done, also maybe closer to unlocking another bonus. Let's say we're a little further and the next card's an 8. Maybe we cross this off, which allows us to cross off a 2 anywhere else, which we do this, which now gets us any number of any kind, which now gets us maybe a 9, unlocking 2 more lightning bolts. Now you actually start with 4 of them, but we just gained 2 more from what we had. And those lightning bolts are used when you can't or don't want to write the number that's there. For each lightning bolt spent, you can change that by 1. So maybe instead of a 9, maybe we do an 8. And also they wrap. 1s can become 9s and 9s can become 8s. Now the game is played over 4 rounds. Let's say we're in the round 3 right now, and we completed 1 card. So you would get 10 points for that card. And we got a star this round. You're trying to line it up so you can get up to 3 stars completed on 1 round, which will get you up to 9 points, because it's 1 for 1, 4 for 2, or 9 for 3 stars, all in the same round. And once everyone's done scoring simultaneously, all the completed ones are erased, because these are the actual cards, with your dry erase marker. Now this will go back to the bottom of the pile, but then you'll be able to take 3 new cards, and from those 3, you'll decide which one new one to keep. Now at the end of the game, you're still going to be able to score 4 uncompleted cards, 1 point for every 2 X's. Plus, if you have the most moons, which you get from some of the bonuses, you'll get 6 points. If you have the least amount of moons, you'll get -6. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. All right, let's first talk about what I liked about Super Mega Lucky Box. I love the retro sort of Price is Right look, like the old school thing. I think it just kind of has that cool look that they went with, and I like the way that looks. This essentially is Gamer Bingo, which is kind of cool because it's very easy to teach. It's very approachable. You're just calling out numbers instead of saying, I'm 35, you're saying 7, right? But it is very much bingo where everyone is playing simultaneously, and I love that because even with the 6 players, it doesn't take much longer than when you're playing with 2, for example. So it is a very approachable game. It's easy to teach. I've had a lot of success teaching this to both gamer enthusiasts and players that don't play a lot of games because they pick it up quick. Most everybody buys this right after I teach it to them because it's really that good. You're trying to finish cards quickly, so you have that tenseness of like, oh, I got this goal, I want to get them quicker because the quicker I get them, the more points I get for them. But you're also trying to combo multiple bonuses as a turn, as I showed you in the overview. It's like, oh, I get this, which gets me this, which gets me that, which gets me this, which gets me that. And just doing that once per game is so fun. And even when other players do it, you're like, oh, that was a cool turn, bravo, right? And it's just fun. And it's very easy, but the combo building, man, it is snappy and fun. I like that you're also trying to set up a couple of more long-term things, like trying to set yourself up so maybe you don't score that. Maybe in order to do this, you forgo scoring a card earlier, which is typically more points, but you might be able to line up like 3 stars to finish all in one round, which gets you 9 points. So maybe it was worth it for you to do that. And I like how you have some longer term setting up goals to do that. I like even between rounds, you're getting new cards and you're drafting those. Maybe you're drafting them to make sure that you don't run out of any numbers. Because if you run out of numbers, you're kind of screwed unless you have some of the lightning bolts, which I love. The lightning bolts gives you the flexibility to do that. I like that you can spend more than one at a time. I like that the numbers wrap. Everything in this game is just designed to be like, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. Everything just works. But drafting those new cards at the beginning of the round is cool too. I like the dry erase cards. Sort of, I think they got that from sort of like Silver and Gold, the popular flip and write game that came out a few years ago, where you write right on the cards. I like that you do that with this, erase them off. And the simultaneous play is great. It's just snappy. Everyone's playing at the same time. There's really not anything negative I could say about this game, other than maybe the name is a little weird. Like everyone walks by, and sees Super Mega Lucky Box. Like it's almost absurd, right? And maybe that's the point. Is it's so absurd you have to try it. I would have preferred even just Super Lucky Box or Mega Lucky Box. That alone is like, okay, it's different, it's cool, I get it. But Super Mega Lucky Box is kind of a little like over the top for me. But without that being said, the game is awesome. It's a great filler game for both gamer enthusiasts and non-gamers alike. And for that reason, it is getting a Saxophone Serenade, which means I'm booting a game out of my collection. I gotta figure out which one next to fit this box in the library. So let's hit it. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.